beautiful people. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you are here with me, and I definitely appreciate that. So all the new people stopping by my channel, hi you guys. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget to turn on that bell notification so you're notified each time I post a video. And to all of my returning subscribers, hey y'all. And so if you guys are new here, my name is Jessica. Most people call me Jess, and welcome to my channel, Jess Living Life, y'all. And so y'all know that we have been talking in the past couple vlogs about me turning this house into a home, okay? Y'all already know that that has been something we've been discussing. And today, you guys, the newest edition of turning this house into a home is the coffee table that I purchased from my local thrift store, which is Catholic Social Services. You guys are in for a treat. I am going to be showing you how I redid this table in the latest edition of Jess DIY It, and so that way you guys can see how I did it, because at this point, you guys, we're not out here wasting money. We are decorating on a budget, and I'm going to make sure that I use all of my resources, whether it's thrift store or repurposing items that are in my home, my sister's home that she doesn't want, or my parents' home. I'm just redoing those things and adding those additions to the house where I see fit. So with all of that being said, let's get into this edition of Jess DIY It with us DIYing our coffee table. All right, you guys, so here are the supplies that I'm using today or for this project. So I'm using this Gorilla wood glue. I am also using my brush that I got. This is for cabinets, doors, and furniture, of course. I have my actual paint, which this is the Rust-Oleum gloss leather brown, and this is going to be the color of it. And then I just got me some primer, a sandpaper block, and then I also got some wood filler. These are the items that I'm going to be using. Also not pictured, you guys, is going to be a shower curtain that I got from Dollar Tree, and just because, you guys, I am going to use that to put this table on when I paint it. This table was actually purchased from a thrift store for $40. And this is what it looks like. I want to get a good picture of the before so that way you guys can see it. But this is what it is. I absolutely love this table. It is very heavy. I want y'all to see, like, I'm literally lifting and I can't lift it. It took my dad and my brother to lift this. I will be needing that wood filler and the wood glue for these edges. So of course you buy it as is, and the reason why is because it had like the little protectors on the side. I may go in with some Gooby Gone to get that off so it comes off a little bit easier, but this is what we're looking like, you guys. This is my table. So I did decide to go in with my Gooby Gone, so I'm just using this goo off. This was actually in Joe's office, so I am borrowing it. I'm putting this on the edges of where the tacky tape was, or like the border was. I figure if I put this on here, it will actually prevent the table from ripping even more, because the layer of, I think this is laminate on the top, is very, very thin. So I'm trying to preserve it as much as possible. And so you're seeing me going through and just adding it. It did stain the table slightly and making it a little white, but that's okay, you guys, because y'all are going to see the finished product and it's not as bad, because we're going to just sand it down so you won't see where it like actually stained the table. So I let the Gooby Gone sit on the table for a little while, and y'all will see right here where it actually stained the table. I am just going in with a plastic butter knife and scraping off the, I guess, whatever this tape is that's on here. I figured I could do this and just slow and steady to get it off to try and preserve what was already on the table. I did lose some of the laminate on top, but that is okay. Y'all will see how we will fix it later. But y'all, this is a true DIY. I don't have a scraper and I'm just trying to be resourceful. So I'm just using a butter knife to actually get all of this tacky off. So now that all of the tacky is off, I am just going through with some rubbing alcohol on this cloth to get like any dirt and debris off of this before I go in with my sanding block. It is very important that when you guys are doing any type of DIY project that you give it a good thorough clean. I'm just using some regular rubbing alcohol and just getting everything nice and wiped down. So now that my table is nice and clean, I am going in with my wood filler with a rubber glove, and I'm just doing a thin layer on top of those edges where everything was like messed up with that, I guess, glue or tacky, whatever it was on the corners. So I'm just going in and filling that in. And so that way I don't have any issues with the primer or the paint once I apply it. It's very important that I use this wood filler, and just because I want to make sure everything is even. Now with this wood filler, you will see that it is pink, but once it dries, you guys, it's going to turn to a tannish color. And then from there, I'm just going to let it sit for a little while longer before I go in and sand the entire table. And so I'm just letting it sit for a few hours, but you'll see here on the edges, once it starts like adhering, it turns to that like a natural light brown color. But when it's still wet, it is showing up that pink purplish color. And so, like I said, we're going to give this a few hours. It's a few hours later, you guys, and as you can see, my wood filler has turned to that like brownish color. And so we are good to go, you guys. And now that I have done like a once over and touched it to make sure it is dry and hard to the touch, we're going to go ahead and start sanding our table. I am using that new sanding block that I got. Also, excuse me for talking. In this video, I'm actually talking to my grandma on the phone. And so I'm going through and like actually sanding this table, and I'm actually giving her instructions on a recipe so that way she can fix, I can't even remember what we were talking about. But anyways, I'm in here giving her those instructions and I'm just sanding the table. I'm going in one particular pattern because I want everything to be even, especially when I go and paint this. And so yeah, I'm also taking a little bit of extra time and sanding those corners down where the wood filler is, just so that way I can make sure everything is even when I go to paint that as well. Those corners are a little bit thicker because of that. So yeah. And then I'm also giving the entire table as a whole a complete sand down, and just because I don't know what this type of material is, and I want to make sure that the paint adheres to everything properly. Sanding is a officially done, and I'm just going through with a clean rag and I'm wiping off all of the dust from off of the table. And so that way I do not have any of those little particles in with the paint or the primer. And so I'm wiping this down thoroughly top to bottom to make sure I get all of the dust off before we add our first coat of primer. So here is a better look at the primer that I am using. I got this from Lowe's. I'm just giving this a good old shake, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use my paintbrush to go ahead and apply the primer. You guys seen that I had a roller, but I also had a paintbrush as well. And so I'm going ahead and using that paintbrush so that way I can make sure I get all of the grooves with this table. So here is the next couple of days after the first coat, so y'all can see what it looks like here. Very, very pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and sand this down again, and then we are gonna go ahead and add the second coat, and then we'll let this dry, and then we'll do the third coat, and so on and so forth. Hopefully, since we're doing it this way, it will get darker. Y'all, I'm trying to find my, oh, there it is. There's a little bit of water on the table. So let's go ahead and sand this, and we'll go ahead and do coat number 2. Y'all, it looks so good. So good. It's a pretty color brown for sure. All right, y'all, so here is coat number 2. The darkness does not do it justice, but y'all, it looks so good. Good. So right now, I just went ahead and scuffed this up one more time. This is going to be the third coat, but y'all, it looks so good. I cannot wait to put it in the den. And so today is Thursday. I'm gonna go ahead and paint this one last time, and then we are going to go ahead and let it dry today, tomorrow, and Saturday, and potentially bring it into the house on Sunday. Today is Thursday, so Thursday morning it is 8 o'clock in the morning, so we should be good. Also, I plan on decorating this table too, so I'm going to show you guys that once I get all the pieces. But just going to go through one more time. This would be coat number 3 on the table, a very light coat, so that way it's not easy to flake up or anything, because my dad said just do a light coat. I also don't need to do a polyurethane coat because it's an oil-based paint, so we should definitely be good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this one more time, and let's get this show on the road. All right, y'all, hear me out, okay? This is the thing. Okay, so I got this Bath and Body Works candle. It's the mahogany teak wood. See how it has the black, bounces off the, I'm not sure if y'all can see it, but bounces off the black in here on the rug. Also, don't mind the cardboard. If y'all have been here, y'all know that this is where our pictures are gonna go. We're just waiting for them to come, but once it comes in here, we'll do like a whole den reveal, because y'all, it's a vibe. So I got this mahogany teak wood candle. This right here, I got this from At Home probably like 3 years ago. So got this. This was actually in a container out in the garage. And then I have these books that I spray painted that I got from Dollar Tree. So just spray painted these a while ago, and they've just been floating around from space to space. And then The main attraction is going to be this tray. Got this from At Home as well just the other day, $29.99. So literally the only thing that I had to technically purchase was this tray, just because I was looking for something to come in here. And so this is gonna be like pretty much like my centerpiece. So let's put this all together. Y'all, that looks so good, doesn't it? And see how the black and the rug just brings in those colors. Y'all, it looks so good. Alright, you guys, so y'all have seen the coffee table and you've seen the process leading up to it. When I tell y'all, this coffee table is the thing in the den that I didn't know we needed. It is that thing, okay? It's the perfect addition and ties everything together. I was anti-coffee table for the longest time, and I was also anti-coffee table that had any corners. But y'all, I am absolutely obsessed. The kids love it, Joe loves it, and it's just a good addition in here. And so I want to highly encourage you guys, if you guys are on your journey of turning your house into a home, then definitely don't skip out on the finds that you find at the thrift store. All you need is just a can of paint and a brush, or even spray paint, and you can transition that into something that would be a good addition to your home. But you guys, that is going to be it for this edition of Just DIY It. And if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell notification so you never miss an upload, you guys. And until next time, you guys, I will see you on the next one and talk to you soon. Bye.